opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like hard work. That's Thomas Edison. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. When it comes time to quitting drinking alcohol, you've got to step across that starting line, and you've got to be prepared to put in some hard work, to put in some time and effort on yourself. You're the only one that's going to benefit truly from this. Other people are going to benefit as a result of what you do to yourself, but the biggest benefit is going to come from you. And the quitting drinking is the easy part. You just don't put it inside your body, right? That's it, period. As long as you don't put that in, that's that first goal achieved. But the goal of alcohol mastery, if you want to get rid of this stuff for the rest of your life and never have it again and never want it again, that's a better way of putting this, is that you need to get rid of the behavior, right? You need to get rid of the thinking, you need to get rid of the rituals, the behavior, and eventually the habit will disintegrate because it's got nothing to hold it up, right? One of the reasons why many people fail, I'd say 60-70% of people fail, is because stepping across that starting line is the hardest part of it, right? Those first few weeks, as I say, that first 30 days is so crucial, getting past the first 30 days. And I think it should be a target for everyone to get to 30 days, because once you get to that 30-day mark, you've done something, you've achieved something, you understand a lot more about yourself, you understand a lot more about your alcohol drinking, you understand a lot more about what it's like not to drink, and you gain confidence through it, right? But it's that fear, that initial fear, that it's the understanding, it's this realization that quitting drinking alcohol and not putting the stuff into your body, it's getting rid of the behavior and getting rid of the discomfort is a whole different level, right? That you need to put up with the discomfort, you have to go through some of the pain, and that's hard work, and that's why a lot of people fail, right? And the way I look at this is, fair enough, right? It is hard work, but anything in life that is worthwhile putting the effort into. It's exciting, and you have to reframe it as that. It's not depressing, it's not something that you're mourning the loss of this fucking thing. Alcohol is a curse. Your life has been going downhill. Like I say, most drinkers, what they're trying to do is they're trying to hold on to what they've got, right? They're not trying to build, they're trying to hold on to what they've got, and what they've got is gradually slipping away, and they see this day after day after day, that their life is slipping away slowly but surely, and they don't want to admit this. They don't want to admit that it's the alcohol that's doing this. They'd rather think, well, it's something else, it's something outside of them, right? It's because they haven't got a certain something in their lives, right? Because they weren't born with the features of Beyonce or whatever, that kind of thing. But for me, if you can change your framework and you can start to see your life, the life that is possible to evolve after you've stopped drinking, as an exciting evolution, as a part of a grand journey, something which you get up every morning and you're excited about starting the day, you're excited about what the day's going to bring, you're excited because instead of going backwards, you're growing, your life is growing, and you're bringing the people around you on this journey of growth with you. So stop doubting yourself. If you've got doubts, the best way of overcoming your doubts and your fears is by taking the actions that you need to take, right? It's by stepping over that starting line and be willing to put in the hard work. You will never get anything in this life, no matter what it is you're trying to do in this life. You won't get anything, you won't achieve anything if you're not willing to put in the hard work. If you are always looking for the easy way out, you'll never get anything, right? So you have to put in the hard work, you have to put up with the discomfort, and you have to do it. And don't procrastinate, don't put it off, because the more you procrastinate, the more you will procrastinate, the more you will put it off, and you'll never do it, right? It's going to be hard. There's a concept called habit gravity, which I learned from a guy who was talking about making the most out of your mornings, and basically habit gravity is that when you, in the first few days of quitting any habit or changing any habit or trying to bring in a new habit into your life, the first few days are the toughest. So there's always a steep gradient to climb, right? There's a lot of hard work to do to get to the top. But once you get over a certain level, and that is the magic mark of, it could be 30 days or it could be 60 days, but it's a gradual slope, right? The slope is gradually getting less and less. You start off and it's almost vertical, but as you go through day 3 and 4, it starts getting less and less vertical, starts becoming more horizontal. By the time you get to day 30, you know, you're almost at the top. And then once you get over a certain mindset in your head, then you get to the top and you plateau at the top and you start to go down, and it starts to get easier and easier and easier to build. You know, you build as you build momentum going forwards. And like I say, accept the hard work. You know, it is hard work. You know, when you're out of this and you've got past it all and you don't drink anymore, then you will think back and think, yeah, it was tough at times, but you know, it's easy enough. You might forget about all the hard work that you did actually have to put in, but it's well worthwhile. You know, everything about this journey is well worthwhile because it's bringing you on a journey of growth. You know, it's bringing you on a journey where you don't know what's around the corner. In the old days of drinking, right, when you talking about what's around the corner, you're sort of shitting yourself because you think it's going to be something bad. You know, a downhill journey, when you're just trying to hold on to the reality that you have, a downhill journey from that perspective means that around every corner there might be something bad, right? An upwards journey, you're more than likely going to find something exciting, something that's going to thrill you, something that's going to pull you forwards into the next and the next and the next journey. And that's the best thing about this life. So don't be afraid of sticking on those overalls, and don't be afraid of doing the hard work, because it's one of those things where it's the hardest in the beginning. Once you know, in those first few days and weeks, it's the hardest then, because you've got to build up a sort of momentum. But once you get that momentum going, the momentum carries you forwards, right? And the more momentum you build, you know, the more momentum you'll carry, the easier it gets. You know, think about getting a car pushed, right? Have you ever tried to push a car that's broken down and you have to give it a jump start? I don't know if you can do that with modern cars. I remember years ago we were out selling. I used to be a door-to-door salesman when I was in my late teens, and we travelled all over Ireland with a guy who had a Mini, and there was 3 of us in this Mini, and we were all big lads, you know. But this thing broke down just across the border in Northern Ireland. We were visiting somebody. I don't know. It was one of your mans. I don't know who it was. It was some woman. That this guy was in his 40s that we were with. He was the leader, you know, the leader, and he just visited this fucking random woman who we thought was random, you know. She came to the door in her night dress. Not in a night dress, but in a dressing gown and stuff, you know. It was just about 10 o'clock at night. And we were taken to the hotel then, and, you know, he obviously went back to this woman's house, you know. I don't know who the hell she was. But anyway, we got up the next morning and pitch black outside, and we tried to start this bleeding Mini, and the thing wouldn't go, so we had to try, and it was the heaviest car that I've ever tried to push in my life, and we swore that your man had got the handbrake on. But getting back to the analogy, when you try and push a car, try and jumpstart a car, it's the hardest to try and get the thing moving. Once you get it moving, you start getting momentum, and it gets easier and easier and easier to shift it, you know, unless you're going uphill. And then it gets harder. But, you know, in the terms of habit gravity, the more movement you get, the more experience you get moving forwards into the new thing that you want to do and away from the alcohol, the easier it gets to pull yourself forward, you know. You know, like I say, you can create an uphill journey for yourself, right? Pushing a car uphill if you insist on looking at alcohol like it's something that you're going to really miss in your life, like it's something that has value in your life. If you do that, you're creating a rod for your own back, you're putting obstacles in your own way. So stick on those overalls, do the hard work, and I'll see you next time. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Go on over to the website if you want to get our Stop Drinking alcohol pack. It's got a load of videos and other materials in there to try and help you to stop. So I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Take care of yourself. Give us a thumbs up for this video. Onwards and upwards. Bye now.